Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Apriliansyach. Today I would like to telling you about my movie review. So the title of the movie is The Crown. I'm watching in the season 1 episode 2. So basically in this episode tells about how Elizabeth become a Queen of England. So we know that Elizabeth become next the crown after her death. The King George the Sixth is dying. So in this episode, we'll starting when Elizabeth visiting to the Africa with her husband Prince Phillips. So they are visiting the Africa to working and holiday. And meanwhile, in the England, the health conditions of the King George the Sixth getting worse because of his lung disease. And when in the some of the morning in the Buckingham Palace, when the royal servant getting up the king and he not responding, and the royal servant checking the king birth and the king not birthing. So after that, the royal servant calling to all the royal staff and inform that the king has died. And after that, the royal staff inform the king family, like his wife, the Queen Mothers, and his mom, the Queen Mary, and also Elizabeth's young sister, Prince Margaret, and they are looking shocked after getting informed that the king has died. And after getting information that king has died, the royal staff calling to the prime minister to making announcements in the BBC radio. And meanwhile, in the Africa, Elizabeth still don't know that his dad has died. So in the morning, Elizabeth going to the restaurant and hearing the news from the radio from the BBC informed that the King George VI of the England has died. So Elizabeth looking shocked because his dad has died and her automatically being the next crowns of the England monarch. So after he know that his dad has died, her staff coming to her to asking the Elizabeth royal name. So for your informations and the royal protocols, the lead of the England monarch must having a royal names. And you know that the real name of the Elizabeth is Lilibet, but here choice the royal name as Elizabeth II. And meanwhile in the England, the Prime Minister making announcements and the BBC radio. The new regulations like the announce the royal names of the Queen Elizabeth II and change the praise and the national anthem of the England. Before Good Save the King and now change the Good Save the Queen. And Elizabeth going back to the London and now her officially become a Queen of England. And something interesting in this episode when a family include her husband must practicing and following the royal regulations. Like the queen must be on the first walking on the and they were walk in the back of the queen and must making a courtesy like a bow to the queen. And I think the gong of this episode when Elizabeth meeting his grandmother Queen Mary and Queen Mary getting courtesy to hers and realizing Elizabeth that she is the next queen of the England. I think it's enough from me. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.